As the weather is cooling down, it's just about time to go hiking in Arizona, and why not bring your four-legged friend along? Melissa Gable, Executive Director of Friends of Animal Care and Control, is here with some hiking tips, and she brought along, I call him Bolt, but you call him...
Cooper.
You call him Brandon Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Because of his beautiful blue eyes like Bradley Cooper.
You get a little too personal with your animals there, Melissa. He's watching our cameraman. What a fun dog.
He's really cute. And you know what? He is the perfect hiking dog. We're going to talk a little bit today about tips for hiking. And one of the tips that I always tell everyone is before you plan your trip, take a look at your breed and plan accordingly. If you have a basset hound, maybe a long dog with short legs, lots of terrain and rocks and that, you know, probably not going to go over really well. If you have an older dog that has arthritis, again, another one where it's great to be able to take your dog hiking, but if he's old and arthritic, maybe cut back on the amount of time that you're going to be out. So keep that in mind. Also, those snub-nosed dogs, such as bulldogs, pugs, French bulldogs, which are really popular right now, they have a tendency to overheat quicker than other dogs. So just keep that in mind. They look like they overheat when they're just standing there. They look like it's tough to just stand up. So that is something to keep in mind.
Right.
And then, once you've selected your hiking area, you want to make sure that you have an appropriate leash. Now you're going to get them all crazy.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to pet them. Go ahead.
You want to make sure that I told you.
Hi.
Come here.
Hi. Good dog.
He doesn't have a lot of personal space, so. But you want to make sure that you stay away from those flexi leashes, those extended leashes.
Okay,
because,
why?
well, if your dog's out 12 feet in front of you, you don't have a whole lot of control over them. So you also want to make sure that you're not letting them off leash in an area where they're supposed to be on leash. So you want to check the guidelines on that. And one of my pet peeves are those people, and no offense, but we've all done it.
But you know who you are.
Yeah, you know who you are. These folks that their dog is off leash and your dog's on leash, and you're walking and all of a sudden you see this dog just running full speed at you, and you don't know what to do, and then you see a little person way off in the distance saying, "It's okay, he's friendly." Well, my dog doesn't like other dogs.
Right.
So, you know, even though your dog might be friendly, you want to keep in mind his surroundings. There might be people that are afraid of dogs.
Right.
There might be children around that don't like dogs.
Yes, they're very cute.
So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Also keep in mind, bring lots of water with you for you and your pet. There are plenty of collapsible dog bowls on the market.
This dog is available for adoption, by the way. He's a happy boy.
He's a really good dog. But there are collapsible bowls on the market that you can just fold up and put in your pocket. You don't want to let your dog drink out of puddles or ponds along the way, just because there could be some nasty parasites in them.
Now, how much water? I mean, should you bring the same amount of water for you as you bring for your dog?
I would, yeah. And, you know, there are people that their dogs can actually squirt the water and it goes right in their mouth. My dog, that doesn't work.
Okay.
So you have to bring a bowl for some dogs if they're not smart enough.
Now, what about their paws? I mean, you know, I can't imagine going barefoot on a hiking trail. So, I mean, the heat, too.
Yeah, they do have like little, they're called mutlucks instead of mucklucks. But they're little socks that you can put on their feet, and it helps protect them from the terrain. Now, granted, there are a lot of dogs that aren't going to really like having those on their foot, but, I mean, try it and see. Otherwise, just keep an eye. I will admit that I took a dog camping one time, and I didn't know, but his pads got really torn up, and I had no clue until I looked back, and he was limping, and then we ended up carrying him, and he was a Samoyed, so he wasn't very small. Oh, look at, there's his feet.
What about, aren't these feet cute? What about, like, you know, having animals? I mean, they like to eat the grass and stuff. Should you be careful of what they're eating along the side of the road?
Yes, definitely. Be very careful. Don't let them eat anything. And also, another reason to keep your pet on leash is imagine what this guy would do if he saw a squirrel or a rabbit running by him.
I can only imagine.
So, I mean, that's another thing. Keep them away from the native wildlife. And, I mean, it really is best. I know it's tempting to go out there and just let them run free, but really try and keep them on leash and
that's
keep
what
them
dog
close to
parks
you.
are for.
Exactly.
I think.
Exactly.
Okay, one more question. What do you think are some really good kind of dogs if people are thinking of getting a dog to go hiking? Obviously the ones with the short legs.
No.
Or bulldogs.
Yeah,
not so much.
or chihuahuas. But Cooper here is a good dog because he's sturdy. He's got that structure where he's a tough dog. He can put up with a lot. And he's very energetic. A husky Australian Shepherd, that's a smart breed and a very energetic dog. So he would actually benefit from going out on hikes. But I'd say the labs, you know, that type of dog, any kind of shepherd mix.
Come here.
But yeah, and I mean, also want to let everyone know he is available for adoption.
Do you think he needs some dog training?
Maybe a little.
Training?
He's 2. And part of it's probably me, because this isn't the best leash in the world. I don't want to have him show poorly. But he really is good, and he's very good in the car. And I do want to let everyone know he is available for adoption. And he is available tomorrow because the shelter's closed today.
Oh, because it's Columbus Day.
Exactly. So,
all right. Melissa,
come down
thank
tomorrow.
you so much. We love having you bring all your animals. It's a lot of fun. You're a lot of fun. Well, you can find all of Melissa's tips on SonoraLiving.com.